Hello, 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 hello. Hopefully I'm not too quiet and hopefully I'm not too loud, but this is an unfinished game that I worked on for a while that I might come back to, called Warpgate Functional. This is a HyperCard-esque kind of 90s, early 2000s inspired, I don't know what you'd call it. It's not a text-based game, it's sort of a but this is a slightly modified version of the Plug.js engine with a whole bunch of temporary art and a whole bunch of unfinished things. Oh, I should say this is the fundamental premise for this is there was a game called Dope Wars um, for like calculators back in the day where you basically went town to town buying and selling illicit substances. So I said it would be kind of cool to do that in space and to add a lot of set dressing to it. So that's exactly what I did, and I will show you the parts of the game that I can show. So let's create a new game. Let's call ourselves Jimmy. You're on the docks at the Decatur mining colony. There's little activity in the hangar as most that can leave have left, and those stuck here are stuck. Outside the station stretches endless desert, completely inhospitable to any form of life. Over here, the game takes place on different planets throughout this sector. There was going to be a ship upgrading mechanic that is not implemented for now. There's no mechanics currently working on the dock. Okay. But let's go to the hub and see what there is to see. You're in the central hub of the mining colony Decatur. A great diversity of alien races commingle here. Some rush from place to place, others crippled from mining lie on the ground in spice-induced. So this place is not doing too good. Let's go to the Undermine. The Decatur Black Market, the Undermine, a series of catacombs below the colony. Two Elorian spice dealers stand before you. Trade with them. And this is the Dope Wars inspired mechanic where you go to different places and different people have different prices. So it's basically you're just trying to buy low and sell high, and the prices are refreshed randomly within a range every place you go. So $3 is actually a great price. Let's buy 25 of them because we need a little pocket money. So let's leave and we'll go to the cantina. Here we are in the fun little cantina. Talk to the patrons. Juan Bijuan, I don't know. He's language we don't understand. Did you come here to get rich too? Didn't work out for me. Out of here while you still have a ship to get out. Not doing too good. So if we drink, which is why we kept a little bit of pocket money, how about a ruby blue? We get the drunk status, and so while we're drunk, we have a chance encounter of a guy who will take advantage of gamblers. Hey, we get the scam artist. Hey, you look drunk enough to gamble. How about this? I roll a die. If it lands on 6, I'll give you 500 credits. If it lands on anything else, you give me 20 credits. Well, that sounds like a great deal. You're on. So he rolls a 50-sided die, and it lands on 18. So we got suckered. Better luck next time. You can land on a 6, but the odds are pretty bad, and it costs you 25 credits to play that. So let's leave the station. We've done pretty much everything we can do. It's a little bit loud. Let's go to hyperspace. Navicon online. So as you can see, there's a lot of places because I'm great at scoping things. Right now, I believe the only places that have content are Decatur, Est, and but all of these have fun little backstories and all these different planets that I just never got around to implementing for. The idea is that there are these planets in this sector that is sort of controlled by the Dominion, but is mostly lawless. This is sort of a frontier land. Let's go to... It's S we want to go to. Let's go. Notice the ceiling of the ship is slightly screwed up here. Again, this was a work in progress. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and dock. You're in one of the hangars at S Station. It's a massive room made from ancient Stonework crowded with ships of all different factions and vocations. A lack of law and protocol here creates a tenuous peace, as all avoid stepping on the toes of larger fish or risking the intervention of Dominion security. Talk to some travelers, maybe? Just came here from the Xeris Belt. It's mighty dangerous out there. Pirates will attack you without warning, and lately ships have been up and going missing, but the mining sure is sweet. This place is sort of gray, you know what I mean? Not black nor white, just sort of gray, you know what I mean? Beatnik. I'm on leave. I just come here to play Carlotta. Not here to arrest anyone or cause trouble. So there's kind of a tenuous piece to this place. You know, the off-duty privates come here and the pirates come here. Go to the casino. We can speak to the security guard to get a little rundown. Welcome to the illustrious casino on S Station, finest casino in the sector. How can I serve you? Tell me about this place. This is a casino. It is owned by a consortium of honorable pirates. Over here we have Carlotta. Over there we have slot machines. Over there we have a bar. And over there we used to have Shingo. This concludes the tour of the station. A little backstory. What is the consortium of pirates? This establishment is owned and managed by the warlords of Epis, the Garius Flyers, Falgor's Sons, and the Aryan Clique, known collectively as the CGFA. If you seek more information about this group of honorable businessmen, you may visit their office on Xeris Prime, which is another planet you can travel to in the sector. So we'll be going. Okay. I don't think we have enough money to gamble right now, so we're going to go to the Catacombs, the Medicina. No, we don't want to go to the Medicina. But we will check on the man. You ask the man if he's okay, and he lifts his sunglasses to look at you. His eyes are red with a layer of crust around them. He has an odor of dank old cigarettes and sweat he couldn't wash away. In an old and scraggly voice, he says, I'm Bobby, the Nobel Poet Laureate of S Station. I was working on getting to the Menacida. See, they feed us at the right time of day if we take our medicine. Some boy took me most of the way, and now I'm just waiting for the right time to go in. Nobel Laureate of S Station. I write poems and send them to myself in a self-addressed envelope so that when people steal them, I'll take them to court and they'll pay me. They'll do the work for me, see? I write lots of poems. They broadcasted me on Marist Station 30 years ago. You should have been there. A standing ovation. But my memory plays tricks on me. Bobby recites a poem from memory. It's a beautiful poem, told in rhyme, vivid, full of colorful, descriptive language. He pauses to emphasize details, changes his tone of voice in loud shifts, and at one point mocks throwing up so effectively you worry he's actually about to throw up. But it's part of the poem. When he finishes a poem, he pauses and says, the audience gives a standing ovation. You should have been there. Then he pauses and says, oh yeah, and check this out. And he jumps into another poem. You lose track of time, and 2 hours goes by listening to Bobby the Poet's vivid poetry. Bobby pulls out a cigarette and starts to smoke it. You hear footsteps coming in the direction of the medicine. A tall, proud-looking human woman appears. Stern warm. Marcella, Bobby, are you going to take your meds tonight? Bobby, I refuse. Come on, Bobby. All right, I like this lady. No sense making her mad. Bobby turns his wheelchair around and starts pushing himself backwards towards the Medicina, tipping his sunglasses back down over his eyes. Hey, you're going to be in the right place at the right time. That Bobby slips into darkness out of sight. That's based on a real encounter I had in real life. Loose. So let's go back to the catacombs. I actually meant to go to the grocery. You would think the Medicina would be the place where you sell drugs, but it's actually the grocery. What kind of groceries do you need? Spice groceries? Lightning groceries? Okay, so we'll trade, and you may remember on Ducator we spent 3, but here we will get 7 for it. So we're going to sell all of our spice so that we can gamble. Awesome. Catacombs. We need to remember to save a little. So we got 2 different games we can play here. Shingo has been removed, unfortunately. But we've got Carlotta and we've got slots. Slots are fun. Let's play some slots. These are 10 credits to play. We're gonna strike it rich here. Fun little mini game here. So the logic behind this is programmed the same way that slot machines and casinos are, using a set number of numbers that will give likelihood of different numbers rolling, and at certain intervals you're guaranteed to hit low denominations to win with like 2s and 10s and 1s. So we'll play again. Odds of winning this are, of course, horrendous, as in any casino. So if we keep playing this, we will probably lose all of our money because that house always wins. We got 2 again. I think we're where we started. So let's play Carlotta. Patrons, the game is Carlotta. Do you know how to play this game? So this is a card game I invented. It's really a very dumb card game, which I invented playing with my brother. Each player gets 3 cards to start with. The player is looking for runs or matches. If a player gets 3 of the same card, that's Carlotta. That's worth 40 points plus the sum of the face value of the cards. If a player gets a run of 3 cards, that's a schmotum, and that's worth 20 plus the sum of the various face values of the cards. If a player gets a run of 2 cards, that's a weak schmotum, and that's worth 10 plus the sum of the face values of the consecutive cards plus 1/3 of the face value of the remaining card. If the player has none, that's high card, and that's worth the sum of the face values of the cards in their hands. When the cards are dealt, the player may make up to 3 exchanges in cards of their hand. Highest points win. So we made this purposefully, ridiculously, both complicated and silly. Complicated in that there's this weird amount of math in it, and silly in that the terms are Carlotta, schmotum, and weak schmotum. So let's play. We'll pay 25. Alright, we have a 3, a 6, and a 9. That is a terrible hand. We're going to keep the 9 because in theory we could get a high card on that. Swap to 6 for a 6. Okay. Let's exchange the 3, and I'm going to do something dangerous here. I'm going to exchange the 9 in hopes of a 5. Okay, 4, 4, and 6, that's high card. How many players are playing? Make a lot more money if you sit at a table with a lot more players. 0 swaps, there's AI for playing this game. 0 swaps means they started with a good hand. That could be Carlotta or high card. Different people will take different levels of risk. 3 swaps generally indicates they had a bad hand. 0 swaps means they might have had a really good hand. Show hand, 4, 4, 6, that's high card. What do they have? They have high card. Schmotum, yeah, that's a good hand. Carlotta, okay. Ooh, a Carlotta on 1-1-1. Another Carlotta on 1-1-1. That's a lousy Carlotta, and that's the worst Carlotta you can get. A Schmotum can beat that Carlotta. Absolutely stupid. So stupid, this game. So that's Carlotta and slots. Weirdly fun for a game that's completely meaningless. We got 157. Let's go back to the catacombs. We'll go to the flop house. This was a fun thing implemented. You're at the flop house, home for those without better options. It's built in what at one point may have been a computer room. The systems have been joined together creatively with metal plates to create makeshift rooms. Ceilings have been created with wire offering the bare minimum of privacy. A Ronzoid sits at the desk, perhaps ironically labeled concierge. A Braxian in tattered garb argues with him. I don't know if it was clear from the descriptions or if I went past it too fast, but this is like an ancient alien civilization station that's kind of been repurposed to be the Las Vegas, old school Las Vegas type world, so we'll attempt to speak to the concierge, but there appears to be an argument. You will stock the lavatory with additional toilet paper. Man, I won't do anything of the like. You have to pay to pee, man. You will stock the lavatory with additional toilet paper. Man, do we have to keep going through this? Look, I've got another customer here. Move up. You will stock the Yes, next in line, please. Lavatory with additional toilet paper. Now, what can I do for you, sir? What is this place? This is the flop house. Pay a few credits, get a room flop. Nothing too clean, but nothing that'll kill you. Got money, you should go to the hotel and the casino. This place ain't fit for a king. It's fit for crazy G-hoes who are obsessed with toilet paper. Yes, you, son of Garius. The Braxian eyes the concierge with enormous, suspicious eyes. Get a room. Toilet paper, and I'll be so let's go to the room. Navigate a labyrinthian maze of passages in search of your room, walking by the sound of snoring, whimpering, and mumbling and yelling. Finally, you reach your assigned room and slip the key in the door. On entering your filthy room, you discover a dead body, a Dominion military officer's garb. In Dominion military officer's garb. Let's examine the body. Taking a closer look at the body, you notice a few things. The victim was shot at close range with a blaster. His face is no longer recognizable. Besides the blaster shot, he appears to have suffered from head trauma. You look through his pockets. The only thing on him was an identity card which says his name was Ivor Maxon, First Lieutenant, Dominion Army. Examine the body. We just did. Leave room. So let's speak to the concierge. He might want to hear about this. Hi, everything cool with your room? Yes, except that there's a dead body in it. A body? You're kidding me, right? Not again. Look, do me a favor and just pull it out into the hall and someone will take care of it. It's a Dominion officer's body. Oh, crud. Gosh darn it. It was only a matter of time. Party's over. Damn, the station's about to go to hell. Why is that? Why is that? In case you hadn't noticed, this place isn't entirely above board. Half the people in this place are wanted, and they'll probably find a reason to arrest the other half. Damn. All we had to do was not do this. Somebody had to go and screw it up. Can't anything be done? Look, man, it's only a matter of time before they find out this guy went AWOL. Then they'll come looking for him, and then they'll find him in a hurry. Way I see it, we have a few hours before the army shows up on our doorstep, and then all this goes out the window. Damn, and the clinic too, and those freaky priest guys. Damn. If only we knew who did this, we could hand them over lickety-split, and that might save this place from the destruction. I could poke around. I was hoping you would say that. Oh, I was hoping Mr. Private Dick is on the case. Listen, this place is dangerous. Tons of people here could have done this, but almost no one is crazy or stupid enough to do it. Everybody here knows not to screw with the Dominion. Find the idiot who would, and that's your man. Good luck. Every lowlife here is counting on you. I'm off then. I don't remember how much of this is implemented. I think we can talk to the lady in... Ella. What do you know? Yeah, alright, so good. I programmed some of this. What do you know about the Dominion officer on this? The station, officers never come here. Cadets some, but not officers. This place exists in a legal gray area, and no one wants to touch it any more than they have to, with a few exceptions. Exceptions such as... There's one Dominion officer who's made it his personal crusade to get this place shut down. Thinks we're an affront to society. He sends me messages once in a while ordering me to move my clinic to Maras, despite the fact that he doesn't have that authority, and despite the fact that if I moved, I wouldn't be able to treat 90% of my patients. Why is that? It's a Dominion policy not to treat addicts, criminals, or certain races. This officer that sends me these threatening messages would love it if my clinic couldn't treat them. This officer happened to be Ivor Maxon? What? Yes, how do you know that? I found his body in the flop house. I'm investigating his murder. What? Damn, damn, damn. You have no idea how bad this is. This is going to be the end of the clinic. Damn, damn, damn. The Dominion is going to shut this place down and most of my patients are going to die. Damn it, Ivor. If I find his killer, I might be able to stop that from happening. Dear Lord, I hope you're right. Please, for the sake of everyone here, find who did it. I'll try. Anything I can help you with your investigation? What kind of messages did he send you? Send me official-looking messages saying that the clinic was hereby ordered to relocate and that I was in violation of this code or that, except the Dominion has never imposed jurisdiction on the station and until now hasn't had any reason to. Got in touch with someone from the hospital on Maris at one point to ask about him, and they said that Dominion leadership was aware of what he was doing and that they weren't happy with him pretending to have higher authority than he had. Why would someone want to kill Ivor? Honey, I would have killed Ivor, but I sure as hell wouldn't have done it on this station, and I don't know anyone who would have. I don't know what he was doing on this station in the first place. He told me on multiple occasions that this place was a blight on the sector. That's all for now. Find out who did this, okay. So I think that might be all that I have implemented for this. The Temple of Bess on Est. It's the nicest room you've seen on the station with tiled floors and soothing lighting. The Bezians have created a real home away from home here. The room is buzzing with activity as Bezians pray, converse, and perform various upkeep activities around the temple. The head priest is standing by wall, admiring the scene. Head priest. Hello, my child. Welcome to the Temple of Bess on S Station. How may I help you today? Oh, there's more investigation stuff. Let's ask him what this place is. This is Bezian Temple on S, the only Bezian temple in the sector remaining outside of Bezian Station. We are the home for those who have been exiled from Bezian Station who would wish to continue practicing this beautiful tradition. What do you know about Ivor Maxon? I'm afraid I don't know any Ivor Maxon. I knew an Avar Maxon. He was a delightful young boy who used to frequent our temple. I believe he was a cadet with the Dominion Army or security forces or something. A troubled boy, but always sweet. By troubled, exactly. I believe he had an addiction he grappled with, namely Carlotta, gambling and drinking. I believe. He hasn't visited us in some time. I do hope the boy is alright. If you see him, please tell him to visit, alright? Okay. Wow, I'd forgotten how much I implemented of this. Alright, so that tells me to go to the casino. Cool. Okay, let's speak to the security guard about this. Oh ho ho! What did you know about a Dominion officer on the station? Ooh la la. There's no Dominion presence on the station. Officially, no cadets have ever been to the station. What about unofficially? Unofficially, this place is full of cadets. Some of them come here while they're still in uniform. They don't bother us because they ain't supposed to be here. Officers, though, we never get officers. We'd have problems if an officer came here. What if an officer died here? An officer died here, I would have packed my bags. I would have my bags packed and my hiney off and ship. If an officer died here, I would have had my bags packed and my hiney on a ship yesterday. It's a good thing for all of us that officers do not come to this station, right? Right. Anything else I can do for you? I'll just be going then. Bar. Let's see if the bartender knows anything. Pick your poison. How about a Ruby Bleals? Do you know about it? Man, I implemented so much of this. Oh. An officer? No officers here. We get plenty of cadets here playing games and getting into trouble, but no officers. What kind of trouble? Bar fights and drugs mostly. Once in a blue moon, there's a real problem. We had a kid who came in here every weekend and worked up a real debt playing Carlotta. They took him to the wastes and bopped him when they got fed up. Was his name Anar by any chance? Yep, that's right, Anar. He was a nice kid, just got in over his head. Well, we're getting the picture here. We're getting the picture of the whole situation. Can we ask the security guard? I'm remembering a part of this that I was going to implement. I don't know if I did. Okay, there's a part where you get jumped by someone and taken into the heart of the catacombs, and the whole plot is busted wide open. But it's like a little mini film noir built into the game, which. So let's hangar. Hyperspace. Okay, I believe the only other planet that has stuff implemented on it at the moment is Bessian. We're going to have our drugs confiscated when we get there, unless we had a ship upgrade that lets us hide it. Yikes. Alright, we're now flying through space on the station. So we've got a consent to a search. Fine, we appreciate your cooperation. They come into our ship. Hello. Rummage through articles that can be rummaged through. Oh, because I sold all my spice. That's great. I have money, but I sold all my spice. Hangar bay on Bessian Station. All around you, there are Bessians and their tasks: fixing, upgrading vessels. Few humans and other races stand on their ship away. Oh. In the central hub of Bessian Station, it's a massive, immaculate room with shining floors and high ceilings, glass domes with views of distant stars and nearby ships. Walls are covered in religious iconography and different prayer groups. Blankets around the hub. Why don't we go to the library? The famed Library of Bess and the stacks of this holy place. 10,000 books is the 10,000 book history of the followers of Bess. The place is silent save for a few hushed conversations between robed figures studying the sacred books together. The bar separates you from the books. 2 Bessian guards block the way. Apologies, outsider, but this library is only for followers of Bess. If you wish to read our holy books, you may do so at any of the kiosks around the state. We'll use the kiosk then. Welcome to Bessian Library. Are you a follower of Bess? Lie? Yeah, let's lie. Welcome, child. How can we guide you today? Let's read the whole. Terminal hums for a moment before a massive list of options flashes before you. The machine offers you thousands of books to choose from before it suddenly goes blank. Bessian, wearing thick glasses, comes out and steps in front of you, gesturing for you to go away while he fixes the machine. I'll read them later then. Let's speak to the technician. This happens constantly. I don't care what the Zephyr says. These terminals can't show all the holy books at once. I've prayed for Bess to make it work, but Bess has other things on her mind. You're an outsider. Why do you care? Sounds like you don't love your job. Are you kidding me? Everyone loves their job on Bessian Station. Everyone's perfect on Bessian Station. Look at the floors. The floors are clean on Bessian Station. You can eat off the floors. They're clean, and they do. I'm sorry, I shouldn't get upset. Worshipping Bess 90 times a day isn't doing what I thought it would do for me. Honestly, I was thinking about packing up and leaving, but my counselor told me if I kept praying, my grief would go away. No, but the drugs are. Just kidding. But if I wasn't kidding, I would say go to the temple of Bess's basin. Excuse me, I have work to do, outsider. Goodbye then. Hub, I want to check out the temple of Bess's basin. I don't know about you. You come to the door of the temple of Bess's basin, but are greeted by a sign that says temple closed. Please pray elsewhere. Knock, knock. Gingerly knock on the door to the temple, and the door opens just enough for a baby to stick his head out. Yes, hello, what do you want? I came to pray. Yeah, sorry, outsider. You can go be a tourist on the station at some other temple. The basin is closed right now. That the Zaphar slams the door shut. You're left in the hallway outside the temple. Okay. I'm not done. I'm not leaving till I prayed here. Knock, knock. Yes, hello, what do you want? I came to pray. I told you, we're closed. Go to another temple. With that, the Zaphar slams the door and you're left outside the hallway. Alright, knock, knock. Hello, yes, hello, what do you want? I came to pray. You're persistent. Here, blessings of Bess upon you. Happy? Now go away. Yes, hello, what do you want? Bess Almighty, I'm praying for you all right. The temple is closed. CLSED closed. We're not open. Go away. Yes, hello, what do you want? Alright, you're either stupid or very sincere or both. What's the difference? Holy Bess, whose radiance we bask in, bless this outsider and make their days many. You guide them in your light, and may their bells sound path to follow the path that will lead to peace, harmony in this life and the next. Was that sincere enough for you? Happy? Slams the door. Knock, knock. You want to pray. More prayer. The last prayer I said was terrific prayer. That was the best prayer I've said in years. Come back later. I'll think of a good one. You again. Of course it's you again. Who else would knock on the door that clearly says closed? I'm still thinking of a good prayer. Come back later. I wonder if this is on a timer. Okay, Bess, when you make this blast clear and the heart's pure, may you heal those who have wronged us and heal the hearts of our wrongs. May we drink your blessed milk and know your serenity. Now that was a prayer. Listen, I appreciate your sincerity, but I'm really busy right now. I can't keep praying with you. They'll do a job at any other temple anyway. Okay, knock knock, hello. Now let's buy some drugs. Bess's mercy, you dumb outsider. Do you want to get thrown out in airlock? Get inside, quick. In the temple of Bess's basin, it's brightly lit by harsh work lights, very much under construction. Building materials are scattered around the room, and a multitude of rolled-up blueprints and plans sit at very... Used to be a fine temple where decent people came to pray. Then things changed around here, and someone took it out of commission. Now I'm making the most of it like an enterprising businessman, just like Bess would want. Sale. And we get options for drugs, and a subplot here, which is that all the priests here use lightning to enhance their prayers, which means that lightning is super available here, and it's the cheapest place in the sector to get it. So we'll fill our pockets with lightning. Oh, he only has 5, though. Right, it's capped at 5, because otherwise you could just get ridiculous amounts of money from this. Spice is also good price for spice. And that, unfortunately, for Warpgate Functional. It is very sad that it is not done, but someday I will come back to it and finish this vastly overscoped game. Thank you so much for watching. If you watch this all the way through, I thank you very much. Have a beautiful day.